not making a lot of noise. All right, there we go. All right, welcome to No Comics for Old Men. Shop's still open. Currently, we're going to close this Sunday at 8 o'clock and for the foreseeable future. So we're shooting this on Thursday. So that'll be Sunday, the 22nd or 23rd, whenever that is, of March. So Upshot imprint came out this week, and they came out with 4 books: Resistance, Archangel 8, Red Border, and Hotel. Feel bad for them to come out the week a lot of shops closed down, but you know, they've been around the convention and retailers convention, and they've just been around for a year talking about coming out. Here was their coming out party. They had put out some large anthologies, black and whites, as previews of all these books for probably like 2 months now. They've come out with these 0, 1, 2, and 3 large format, square bound, black and whites, and now they've actually launched their book. I like a lot of the writers they're using. The art is good. I didn't get into any of the books. I wouldn't say they're very superhero, except for maybe Resistance kind of has maybe a superhero-ish thing going on. I haven't figured that out yet. Anyway, there's none of them that I read that would get me to read the second issue. And you know, we've got like J. Michael Straczynski and Michael Morcia. That's his book, Archangel 8. Now, I like a lot of his stuff that he's done in the past. I might try that one a second. That one was probably the best one out of the lot, was the Archangel. Resistance probably was the second. The other two I didn't. The other Hotel is like a horror kind of thing, and Red Border I didn't understand at all. But you know, it's a new imprint, another comic book company. Try them out, see if you like them. You know, I never tell people they shouldn't buy a book, but you know, it might be something that you like. It wasn't my cup of tea. I don't drink tea, but yeah. So Boom Box, which is like their young person imprint, put out Wicked Things. And again, not my type of book, but I really enjoyed the art and the writing style. Boom is doing a lot. It's probably one of the companies that's doing the most to bring young women into comics. It's about a girl who's going to Oxford College, and she's really into being a detective, and it's all about her solving crimes. It's really well written, and it's really the art is cartoony, which I'm not usually a fan of, but this is done really, really well. I think this is a winner book. If you're a shop owner and you're looking for something to sell to young women, probably I would say this is good for 12 and up. Maybe if the child is a really good reader, probably maybe even 8 and up. There's nothing that would bar, I think, anybody from reading this. It was, like I said, really well written. There is a lot of text, and that's why I probably said maybe 12 and up. But yeah, good book, really good book. Now, I would call this probably my pick of the week. Out of all the books that came out, I was really excited about this premise, although we didn't sell any. It is a really good read. It is a really, really good book. Stealth from Image. Written by Costa, which I really don't know what he's done before. That name doesn't ring a real bell. Mike Costa for me. But I will be looking up some of his stuff to go back and read it, because this was fantastic. So this is the story of a superhero who is getting Alzheimer's or dementia. Doesn't really clarify which, because doesn't say that he's been medically shown why. And he's losing his mind, and his son discovers in this issue that his father is this character, and so he at the end of the book, Stealth, the superhero, has attacked the police because basically he thought he was fighting something back in the 80s, and it's just a great story from beginning to end. I can't wait for the second issue to come out. I can't say enough about this book. Run out and buy it. I'm gonna try to get some more of this first issue before this sells out, because I'm gonna force my readers to buy this at my shop. Stealth, great book. Alienated #2 came out. This has been a good book, another Boom book. Boom is continuing on. They're making good material for all ages. This is a little bit more sophisticated reader. I wouldn't say it's for 12 and up, maybe a young teen. Good book. Yeah, don't have a lot to say about it. Art's good, writing's good. So far, so good. We'll see if it's ongoing or not. I'm not sure whether it's a miniseries or it's ongoing. From Dark Horse. Dark Horse is doing a lot of stuff. I guess they kind of really have to scramble. They've lost a lot of their licenses, so they're actually going back into a lot more original material. And had Stealth not come out this week, this would have been my pick of the week. Fun book, great art. If you like this style, this is Michael Allred and Laura Aldred. I believe they're married. But yeah, it's a great book. We'll put in some pictures from this because the art is really trippy. It's got like a real 60s sci-fi feel to it. Yeah, fun book, really good read. It's got a lot of places to go. I won't spoil it for you. It's got a really cool twist at the end. Now, this came out last week, but since we didn't film last week, I wanted to bring it out because this was my pick of last week. Decorum by Hickman. Now, Hickman's been doing X-Men over at Marvel with his own book. It is for mature readers. It's good. It's really good. There's a lot going on. If you've been watching me, that I don't like really wordy books. This has some pages which are just text to give you some background on what's going on. But if you don't read those, which I didn't, you still get the entire story. You know what's going on. You're not lost. If you like that kind of stuff, you can read it. So for me, that's the perfect mix. If you want some of the extra backstory, you can read it. If you don't care to read a page full of text, you don't have to read it. The art is really well done. It's a cool, interesting story, and I'm definitely going to be reading the second issue. Yeah, we got like 14 books, so stay tuned. There's a lot going on. Undiscovered Country 5. I didn't get to review one. It is from Scott Snyder and Charles Soule. This sold a lot of issues. The first issue sold like 82,000 first print, and it went into second and third print. It's up to issue 5. I know we are selling out. I get about 5 issues in. For me, that's pretty good for an independent, 5 issues. Again, not really my cup of tea. There is a lot of words. But there is a lot of people reading this. It's critically acclaimed. I'd say, if you're into that kind of thing, try it out. For me, I don't think it's like a regular Scott Snyder book. I love Scott Snyder stories. I've read all the Batman stuff, the Justice League stuff, some of his other independent stuff, and really enjoyed it. I don't know if it's teamed with another writer. They're both trying to get in. I don't know. Judge for yourself. It is well drawn, and both the writers are very good writers. So I know it's an interesting story. It's just not for me. Something's Killing the Children. Runaway hit. Everybody knows it's now issue 6. Continues to sell well. It's a good little horror book. James Timian IV, who is just killing it at DC. This is probably as good, if not better, than the stuff he's doing at DC. Another Boom book. That's 3 Boom books. They're for an independent. They're very up and coming. Actually, they've already been up and coming for a while. They're very established, and they're really making a move on the independent market and taking more share. Another company, small company that's I believe is shaking it up and making a lot of moves is Alterna. So these are 3 of the books of Alterna. I had 5 that came out this week. They all sold out. So one of the great things about Alterna is their price. They are on newsprint, which is great for a read. It's also great for collectors because if you get a high grade newsprint book, it's going to later down the road it's going to have a lot more value. Their price point, $1.50. This one comes out, it's 99 cents. So to fit it into what you're reading, your pull list, it's real easy. It's just like an extra $2, extra buck. Great stories, great art. By a lot of people that you probably wouldn't have seen books from had there not been an Alterna. And I want to speak specifically about Blood Round. This is volume 3, number 1. Robert Geronimo is a friend of the shop. He's a really great guy. This is a great, great story. How about sword and sorcery mixed with technology and just crazy, wild stuff. The art is way out there and fantastic and different from anything you're going to read. Blacks, reds, and whites. At the end, him and a friend wrote a song. There's a book in the back. And actually, if people perform the song and send it to him, he's going to be giving a prize away. Just cool, innovative stuff. There's a map in here of the world. Just doing stuff that a lot of other comics, either independent or mainstream, are not doing. Just innovating, and for $1.50. Killing it. This is a great, great book. They now have Giants of the first volume. For $4.99, you get the entire first volume. Same for volume 2. It's also out for $4.99. You get the whole volume. This is by and far a great company and a great book to go out and get. Geronimo's doing the writing and the art. It's just great. We're going to show some interiors of that too. Keep reading comics. Thanks for stopping in with us. We love you. We're at 3436 Front Street, Port Jervis, New York. We're going to be shipping comics, doing curbside while we're closed during the lockdown. So come out, hit us up on Facebook. We're also on YouTube. Obviously, you know that. You're here watching me do this. But on Instagram, on Twitter, we're everywhere. And a website is coming. We're going to get a website up sometime soon. But until then, like I said, keep reading comics. Thanks.